We're here on a three-finger jack loop, descending this Alpine wonderland. Can you see what is in front of me? That is the mighty scree, the mighty wall, the base of three-finger jack. And it's the namesake for this 24-mile loop we're hiking on. This is a darn epic section where we basically hike the base of our mountain friend, three-finger jack, all her majestic, mighty splendor. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. A little bit of red in the trail, just the hints of fall starting to make their presence known. Look at those trees just from a distance, like this outline, so just epic. We go up, look at the top of three-finger jack, look at that, all the perspective. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. We are traversing an Alpine wonderland. Look at this. Pretty gorgeous. Pretty unbelievably freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. This is truly an Alpine splendor zone, an Alpine wonderland. There's a glow on this area. The trees, the rocks, the alpine tundra, and of course our friend, the mighty three-fingered jack. Look at that. Look at the beauty of three-fingered jack. We can see the whole thing right now. We're hiking through a genuine Alpine wonderland. Like, you think of an Alpine wonderland, this may be one of the images that conjures in your mind. Let me stop here and look up. Look at that. That is the three-fingered jack summit. This is the mountain range of three-fingered jack. Absolutely epic. Not only you get to see the mountain in all her splendor, but you get to see this scree field, the base of it. We're hiking along Pacific Crest Trail, Mount Jefferson Wilderness, and we're basically just getting jaw-dropping views of our trusty friend, three-fingered jack. We'll also stop and head over this way. Not too shabby either. The panoramas are expansive in every direction. So, pretty epic wonderland zone we're hiking in. I cannot complain. This is one of the magic sections of three-fingered jack loop. We are going back. We're doing this as a 14-mile, 1,600-foot elevation gain out and back, starting at Santiam Pass Pacific Crest Trail. We got to the out part, turnaround point, which is on AllTrails, just under 7 miles at the top of the switchbacks. Went there for a money shot. I called it the money shot spot. I'm the only one who calls it that, but I think that's an epic viewpoint of three-fingered jack, one of my favorite. Stopped there, enjoyed the viewpoint, turned around. Now we are descending from whence we came. But this is a pretty magical hike because you get to hike through the base of three-fingered jack and you get an epic viewpoint area. You get a beautiful forest, you get pretty high quality burnout zones. So definitely premium hiking here in Central Oregon. I would consider the three-fingered jack loop. So I stop and take a look at the peak. Look at that. I would consider this loop one of the 2 best backpacking loops in Central Oregon, along with Broken Top Loop. It's very popular, three-fingered jack loop. Because of the elevation, it's at about 6,400 at its top, which isn't very high, but because of snow, there's only a couple month period. I'd say 10 week, I don't know, 2 to 3 month. 3 month being generous window where you can come visit this. Probably more like 2 months or 2.5 months. So the other 10 months of the year, give or take, is covered in snow, and you can't even get up here. It's just a winter wonderland. So Look at that. That is spectacular. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. We're looking up at the face of Three Fingered Jack. Absolutely incredible. Spectacular Alpine Wonderland, anyone? We're looking up at the beautiful mountain range, the summit, the face of the gorgeous Three Fingered Jack. Not only do that, but we get the beautiful scree wall field, and we get the edge of the alpine forest at the base of this mountain range. This area is absolutely incredible. This, my friend, is an Alpine Wonderland. We're here on Pacific Crest Trail. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful alpine zone we're hiking through. Let me stop and look up. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Look at Three Fingered Jack, that is crazy. Oh, we're looking up at the summit, the range, the mountain face of our beautiful friend, Three Fingered Jack. As we continue to hike Pacific Crest Trail, we're here in Mount Jefferson Wilderness zone. I'm on my way back, 14-mile hike. Already hit the turnaround point. But this particular hike, you get to walk over the base of Three Fingered Jack both ways, so that's pretty cool. It is exceedingly windy. A horrible storm is moving into the area. In fact, I've seen a lot of backpackers kind of getting off the mountain with haste as fast as they could to get ahead of it. I'm just a little behind them, finishing my day hike. The wind is here, but no precipitation at this point, so that's a good sign. We do have a red flag warning later today, which is a lightning warning. Definitely want to get out of the mountains for that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the beauty of Three Fingered Jack. I almost hit the wrong mountain. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Epic. I feel set up when I got Three Sisters Mountain and Three Fingered Jack in the same area. This is so beautiful. This, my friends, is an Alpine Wonderland. We got the mountain above us with a mountainside scree field, which is magic. Then we have this incredible trail. This is classic PCT in Oregon, Central Oregon. Very well groomed, managed, maintained trail. And very well graded too. It was up 1,600 feet, but didn't feel bad. Spread across 7 miles going up. That was pretty easy actually. Didn't really notice it. I never really got into a huff puff mode. I feel like I maintained my breath the whole time. It really wasn't that bad at all. So now we're heading back. Whew, down there. Funny thing is I'm so enamored with the mountain behind me that look at the views below. That's epic in itself. The forest basin, some smattering of lakes across the way. This is truly an alpine heaven zone. It really is. Definitely consider this to be, look at that, world-class hiking. Destination style hike. This is a 24-mile loop. Very popular with backpackers. All I've seen today are backpackers. I only live like an hour 20 away in Madras. I live in Central Oregon. So for me, I choose to day hike Three Fingered Jack. I cherry pick best 3 sections. Come do little day hikes. That way I can sleep in my warm, cozy bed at night. See right here? That right there is arguably the most epic backcountry campsite on this whole 24-mile loop. You basically look straight up at the face of Three Fingered Jack. So, highly recommend that. Make a mental note. I think on AllTrails in yellow, there's actually a little denotation of it. It says campsite, backcountry campsite. So, that's a good one. If you can get that one, you're going to be a happy camper, literally and figuratively. So that's a recommendation I'd easily and strongly give. We're kind of in our final section of this base of Three Fingered Jack section. Stop and look up again. The beautiful face of Three Fingered Jack, sprawling mountain range. This is perfect weather, I gotta say. It looks sunny, which it is, but it's not hot and it's so windy. Actually feels very comfortable. I don't think I've broken into a sweat yet, which is nice for not to sweat. Considering I'm, I don't know, 8-9 miles into my 14 miles and I haven't broken a sweat yet, that's a good sign that I should have a pretty pleasant experience. So we're on the edge of the summit zone. Goodbye, three-fingered Jack, we will miss you. And now we're going back into the forest proper. We'll descend an alpine forest section, and then ultimately we'll get down to the burnout zone. Descend that for a few miles. Be back to the trailhead. I'm by no means fast forwarding to the end. I still want to enjoy every step of this hiking wonderland. And back to the shaded forest. I gotta say, the shade feels quite nice. Alpine hiking as we descend this beautiful alpine zone. Kind of a narrow section with hemlocks. I'm a fan of hemlocks, so I'm a fan of this section. Got three-fingered Jack behind us. We're leaving it part of the back part of the out and back, part of our 14-mile day hike. No wind in this section. Some of those sections were downright crazy as far as the wind. When I was at the viewpoint section, I think that's probably the windiest point in the entire 24-mile loop because of the angles. The wind kept knocking me over. I could hardly stand. That's pretty strong wind when you can't really hold your ground versus the wind. It kept knocking me over a couple feet every few seconds. And I was very careful not to get anywhere close to the edge on that one. I stayed like 10 feet or more from the edge. And if you got wind gusting through so strong that it knocks you over, you do not want to go play and dance near the edge. That is called not smart. So safety first, second, third, fourth, and even fifth is my motto. And then you can have a little bit of fun. I'm just kidding. So we are traversing this beautiful alpine zone, which I am appreciating. I gotta say, there's something particularly nice today about the glow of the hemlocks. The sun is hitting them just right. Every time I come around the corner, I feel a little stopped in my tracks, just admiring the hemlocks. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. If I was giving a moniker, I would call this section the Alpine Glow, or the Hemlock Glow. Very beautiful. Hemlocks just don't stop. Go on for days. this cairn right here on the left, that is the climber's trail right there. If you were a technical climber, you wanted to go scale the face, literally, of our trusty friend, the Three-Fingered Jack, that is the turn you would take. I respect that people are into that. It was never my jam. Not a rock climber. Technical equipment, ice picks, ropes. That sounds scary AF to me, but that's me. I think I like having both my feet firmly planted on the ground. I'm a avid wilderness adventurer, particularly long distance if possible, 15, 20 miles or more, good range. But I am not a rock climber, I'll tell you that right now. Nor do I ever want to be or intend to be or have any wish to be, but to each his own.